Hello student, in this video we will revise the chapter number 15, our environment. First of all we see the definition of the ecosystem and what is the environment. First question, that is, what is the environment? Everything that's surrounding us is environment. It includes both living as well as the non-living things, means the biotic components and abiotic component. Both components are interact with each other and form ecosystem. Now the next topic, that is of component of ecosystem. As we see that there is a two main component for the ecosystem, biotic component and abiotic component. So let's see the first one, that is a biotic component. Bio means related to living. So it is includes the three types of the organism. The first one, that is of producer. Producer means all the green plants. Blue-green algae can produce their food from the inorganic substance using a light energy, and this process we known as a photosynthesis. This process we already study in detail the chapter number 6, life processes, in that the nutrition in plant. So these producers are able to make their own food by the process called the photosynthesis. That's why the producer we consider as all green plant. For example of the producer all green algae plants, then the algae, then some blue green bacteria as well are able to make their own food, because all the consumer are directly or the indirectly depend on the producer. The next one, that is of consumers. They are consume other organism for the food, means they are organism which consume the other organism or their product as their food, or you can say all the elements that all are comes under to the consumers, because they are depend on the tree for their food or any other substance. That's why we consider as a consumer. The consumer depend on the producer for the food directly or indirectly. The consumer further classify into the 4 types: herbivores, carnivores, parasite and omnivores. One more is there, that is of saprophyte, but here only 4 are there. That is of decomposer, also you can say saprophyte or the decomposer. And this decomposer is most important, because this decomposer also do the major role for the biogeochemical cycle. Decomposer means the fungi and the bacteria which break down the dead plants and the animals' complex compound into the simple one. So the decomposer is help in the replenishment of the natural resources, and these are also called the reducer, because it is reduce the complex structure and it is converted into the simple one. That's why. Now the next one, that is of importance of the decomposer. What is the importance of decomposer? As we study in the definition of the decomposer, that the decomposer help in a disposing of the waste and the dead bodies of the plants and the animals. Therefore they are also a help for the cleaning of the environment, and it is also create the space for the living for a newer generation of the organism. So if asked in the exam that write down the importance of the decomposer, then you have to write down that the decomposer is help in a disposing of the waste and dead body of the plants and the animals. Therefore they clean the environment and create the space for the living of the new generation which are newly developed. So they create the space for them. And next, that is one, the cleaning of the environment. Now this is all about the biotic components. The next, that is of abiotic compound. Abiotic compound means non-living. These are the non-living components of an ecosystem. These include the physical environment such as air, water, land, light, temperature, etc. These all the biotic component. These require abiotic component for the survival purpose. It is directly or indirectly depend on the abiotic component. Next, move to the next topic, that is a food chain. Means the sequence of the living organism or a community in which the one organism that depend on the other organism for the food. In that we study that all the consumer which is depend on the food, which is depend on the producer for the food. So like the one sequence is formed, this sequence or this chain we consider as a food chain. For example, grass is eaten by the insect is eaten by the frog is eaten by the eagle. So these all are the example of the food chain. The sequence of the living organism in a community in which one organism consume the other organism to transfer food energy is called the food chain. Now, here we see that it is a one directional transfer of the energy in the food chain. Now the next, that is a food web. What is the food web? As we see in the food chain that all the organisms are depend on the other organism for the food and they form a food chain. So this kind of food chain are interconnect with each other and form a web-like structure that we called as a food web. The interconnected food chain operating in a ecosystem which is established a network. Here you can see the grass is only not eaten by the grasshopper, it is also eaten by some other organism. So each food chain are interlinked with each other. Here you can see. And so the web is formed. So the food chain is interconnect with each other and form a web-like structure, then we consider as a food web. Now the flow of the energy between the trophic level. Here each level of the, or you can say each stage of the food chain that we consider as a trophic level. So at the base of the trophic level, the producer is there. Then after the herbivorous, then after the carnivorous, or you can say the primary consumer, secondary consumer as well. So the green plant, first one, that is a producer that captured the 1% of the energy from the sunlight and converted into the food energy. Here, as we already see in the chapter, that the 10% law, according to 10% law of the energy, in that the only 10% of the energy, that only the transfer to the next topic level. The remaining 90 energy is used in the life process. For example of the life process, that is of digestion, growth, reduction, etc. by present of the trophic level. Due to this gradual decreasing in the energy, food chain contain only 3 or 4 trophic level. As we see, the only 10% of the energy is transferred to the next trophic level. So at the 3 or 4th level, it may be completely loss of the energies occur. So the gradual increasing decreasing in the energy. So we pass this energy up to the 3 or 4 trophic level only. So the only transfer how many energy from the next trophic level? It is only 10% of the energy which is transferred for the next trophic level, while the 90% of the energy which is utilized for the daily process, or you can say the life processes like digestion, growth, reproduction, etc. The next topic, that is of a biological magnification. The concentration of the harmful chemical increase with every next trophic level in a food chain. This is called the biological magnification. this chemical and this toxic substance which is introduced to the producer by the form of pesticides and the fungicide. So the maximum concentration of such a chemical get accumulated in a human body as a human occupied the top level in the food chain. So you can see the maximum amount of the toxic substance you may found in the human. So next one, that is of environmental problems. The change in the environment affect us and our activity to change the environment surrounding us. For example, human activities like industries and all for the manufacturing of the different kind of things, it ultimately causes the pollution and it's also cause the deforestation, etc. So this kind of environmental problem occurs. Now the next one, that is of ozone layer. The ozone layer is a protective blanket which is surrounding to the earth and which absorb the most of the UV light, and you can say the UV radiation. UV means the ultraviolet radiation of the sun, which is protect the living beings from the many health hazards such as skin cancer, cataract, destruction of the plants, etc. But it is not happen due to the blanket like structure which is present in our atmosphere called the ozone. But in the absence of it, it may cause the skin cancer, cataracts, destruction of plants, etc. The ozone layer is present at the higher level of the atmosphere, that is called the stratosphere, and it is a deadly poison at the ground level. But in the atmosphere, in the stratosphere, it is a very useful. Now the formation of the ozone molecule, as we see that due to the UV radiation which is break down the oxygen molecule which is already present in our environment, and it is divided into the oxygen atom. This each oxygen atom is further combined with the oxygen molecule and form O3, that is we called as a ozone molecule. Means the O2 plus O, it gives O3, and this process is occur due to the energy of the UV radiation. Now the next topic, that is of depletion of the ozone layer. The decreasing in the thickness of the ozone layer over Antarctica was firstly observed in the 1985, was termed as a ozone hole. This decrease was linked to excessive use of synthetic chemical, that is CFCs. CFCs means the chlorofluorocarbon, which is the main chemicals which is responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer, and which are highly used in the refrigerator, AC, fire extinguisher, aerosol spray, etc. So for the United Nations Environment Program, means the UNEP. May I ask what is the full form of UNEP? So the full form of UNEP is the United Nations Environment Program, which succeed in a foreign an agreement to the stop CFC, chlorofluorocarbon production, at the 1986 level, means the Kyoto Protocol according to by the all countries, so by which we can minimize the ozone depletion. Now the next, that is of garbage disposal. Improvement in a lifestyle have resulting in accumulation of large amount of the waste material. Garbage contain following type of material, as we see that the waste that we are divided into the two parts, that is of biodegradable and the non-biodegradable waste. It is based on the decomposition. If the such a material, such a substance are decomposed by the bacteria or a saprophyte, or you can say the decomposer, then the substance we consider as a biodegradable, whereas some substance which is not decomposed by the microorganism, then we are keep that waste in a non-biodegradable waste. First see the biodegradable. The substance which can be decomposed by the action of microorganism are called the biodegradable waste. For example, all the waste, all the household waste like fruits, vegetables, peels, cotton, jute, dungs, paper, etc., that we consider as a biodegradable. Whereas a non-biodegradable waste means the substance which cannot be decomposed by the action of the microorganism, then we consider it as a non-biodegradable. For example of the non-biodegradable waste, that is of plastic, polythene, synthetic fiber, radioactive waste, pesticides, etc. These all the things do not decompose by the action of the microorganism. It stays as it is at a longer period time. So we consider it as a non-biodegradable substance. Now let's see some method of waste disposal by which we can easily dispose the waste. The first one, that is a biogas plant. The biodegradable waste can be used in a biogas plant to produce the biogas and as well as the manure, which is a byproduct we are getting by the biogas plant, that we already seen in the previous chapter. Now the sewage treatment plant. The drain water can be cleaned in the sewage treatment plant before it is adding into the river, so we can easily reuse it. Third one, that is of a landfilling. The waste are buried in a low-lying areas and are compacted by rolling with a bulldozer. So we can bury this kind of waste in that kind of areas. The fourth one, that is of a composting. Composting is a method in which the organic waste are filled in a compost pit and then after it is covered by the soil, and after the some of the month, means the approximately 3 months, this garbage comes, or you can say the change into the manure, and this manure we can use as a form of nutrition for the plants. The fifth one, that is of a recycling. The non-biodegradable waste are recycled to make a new items, whereas the reuse, that is it is a conventional technique to use the item again and again. So that is a reuse. Or for example, newspaper we are using for the making of envelope, bags, some of the craft, etc. So these things we consider in a reuse. Some other also if you want to write down some method of waste disposal or how can you save the environment, in that you can also write down the 5 Rs. Here we already see the